I have a gift for you. My third book, The Intentional Design Year, is out, and I want to give you access to read it. To get the digital copy for 1 month for free, go to www.designsuitecourses.com/intentional. Make sure and do the www. Because for some reason, that's the only way it will work. Anyway, this will get you free access to read the book for an entire month. If you love it, you can always go to Amazon and get the whole book plus the prompt journal. Welcome to the Make and Design Podcast. I'm Karina Gardner, and today we're going to talk about little c creativity and big C creativity. And we're actually going to talk a little bit more about Kaufman and Baguetto's, I don't know if that's how you say his last name, 4C model of creativity. Now, I know it is right now the holidays, and you might be like, what, Karina, why are we talking about creativity? And it's because I believe that you're doing creative things right now and not even recognizing it as creative things. So I thought we could talk about it so that you could have awareness around some of the things that you're already doing and ways to include and add more creativity in your life. So little c creativity is quite different than big C creativity. Then we're going to talk about the 4C model that they created. So little c creativity is also kind of known as everyday creativity. So the definition is it's the kind of creativity we use in our daily lives. Good examples of this are creating and cooking a new recipe that's in your fridge, rearranging furniture to make a room feel fresh, coming up with a clever joke or fixing something with duct tape, or for many of you, it's creating a brand new design that you're going to put up for sale. Key traits: personal and often private significance. So there is still a lot of significance in these little bits of creativity that you create every day, but they tend to be very personal and private. You don't need outside recognition for it. If I created a new recipe or I used a recipe and added ingredients to it, I don't need a ton of recognition for it. I usually did it because it was just fun and I was trying something new. Oftentimes, it focuses on self-expression, problem solving, and enjoyment. And the impact is it helps with your adaptability. It helps with your resilience, and it helps with your overall well-being. So these small or little creativity things, small or little c things, really help you as an individual. It makes life bearable, enjoyable. It helps you be adaptable with your surroundings, right? These little tiny creativity things. The big C creativity is what we call eminent creativity. So the definition is creativity that changes a domain, culture, or history. So good examples of this would be Einstein's theory of relativity, or Picasso's cubism, or perhaps even Steve Jobs' role in reshaping personal technology. The key traits around this is that it produces work that is of lasting value. It's also usually widely recognized and validated by experts or peers. And then the biggest thing is that it often requires years of deep expertise and persistent. And I'm going to say this because this is why I'm bringing this up. Often requires years of deep expertise and persistence, and I would suggest lots of little c. So I think in order to get to this big C piece, you have to have an extreme amount of little c happening every single day in your life. So the big impact here with big C is, of course, it shifts paradigms, it leaves a legacy, and it influences other generations. And you can see the core difference here, but the thing is, lots of people want to get to big C. Maybe you don't want to get to big C. I would encourage you and challenge you to say that there's some kind of big C thing out there for you. But it's all these little c things that lead us to those big C things. Now, you might be like, I don't know that I want to do this historical, culture-changing breakthroughs that are rare, but let's talk a little bit about this 4C model that Kaufman and Baguetto expanded on. So this is interesting, and I think a lot of us will see some of the things in this. So they break it down. Instead of just the two, they have something called mini C, little c, pro C, and then big C. So the mini C is personal insights and aha moments in learning. So it's just like these mini little moments that you have. Maybe you took a course, maybe you're in Design Suite and you have like some advice given you. Maybe you are in the middle of creating a recipe and it just gives you this little spark, right? That's a mini C. Little c is, once again, still that everyday problem solving and creativity that we're doing as we kind of figure things out. This is the one I think is the most interesting. It's called Pro C. So what it is professional level creativity. So skilled experts, not necessarily paradigm shifting. I think a lot of you are getting to this level or working towards this level of professional level creativity. That means you're doing something significant in your field and trying to get it to a certain level. Most of us won't get to big C, which is the final one, which is what we think of as legendary creativity. That's Mozart, Curie, Da Vinci, right? Most of us are not going to get to that. But I actually think most of us are building out this pro C, this professional level creativity. And I don't know what that is for your life, but in the midst of all of this season, all this craziness, I want to encourage you to have lots of mini C's and little C's. That means tons of aha moments, lots of problem solving and creativity, and recognize them. Recognize them for what they are, that there are these little moments of creativity that you are creating for yourself. And by doing that, you are going to figure out how to create these pro C's, this professional level creativity that will come to you as you figure out and do the right things. So just a little chart here, a little model to help you start thinking about your creativity and how you can continue to use it, and how each one of us are working towards some of these bigger C's as we have these tiny little creativity moments and sparks throughout our day. Enjoy it. Know that this is who you are. You're meant to be someone who's creative, making things, building things, adapting to things, because that's what makes us human. That's what makes life so enjoyable and worth living.